Peace, welcome to Faith Expressions. Let us now reflect on the Epiphany Sunday, the Sunday of the manifestation of God presenting His Son Jesus Christ to the whole of humanity, His will of universal salvation. I would like us to focus this reflection on the search for God. The three kings search for the king, the great king. They saw the star and they know that this is a symbol, the star of the great king. And that is why they would say they were looking and searching and asking, where is the king of the Jews? We have seen his star. They were in search and their search were rewarded. However, I believe that in their search and in their minds, they were having already a preconceived idea that if this is the greatest king, so he should be and could be in a palace. But instead, they found him in a shack for animals. They could have thought of him be wrapped with royal robes, regal flannels, so to say, but they found him wrapped in swaddling clothes. They could have thought of him on a royal bed, beautiful bed for a dignity as that, but they found him on a manger. Their search for God was rewarded. God presented himself to them. But I believe it went beyond their expectations. In our time and context, there may be still people searching for God. But I would like us to focus, all of us, I believe you and I have heard there is God. Although there are many people still who reject the idea and still possess in their minds that there is no God. There is God. And God's only Son, Jesus Christ, has come into our midst, entered into our human history, became part of our human family. He is with us. He is Emmanuel, God with us. And that is why the Epiphany Sunday, the Manifestation Sunday, the Three Kings Sunday, is for us to reflect that we are also like Balthazar, Melchor, Gaspar, the astrologers, the Magi, in search for God, a deeper relationship with God, in search for Jesus Christ. We know already Jesus Christ, but in search of a deeper knowledge of Jesus Christ in our lives. If we are in search for God, and we should be, we should open our hearts, our minds, because God is a God of surprises, and God cannot be placed in a box. This is Him. This is the idea, my idea of God. If we only have the ideas about God, then it is about us having ideas of God. We should have an attitude, an openness, that God should be God. And therefore, our mind should be open of how God will reveal and manifest Himself to us. So that every moment of our life actually can be a manifestation of God. Every moment of our life can be an opportunity of an encounter with God. Because the encounter with God will no longer be situated and only be framed with the way we know or the way we think of how God will reveal or will talk or will communicate to us. It should be God and about God, trying to reveal, to talk, to communicate, to manifest Himself to us. And so, two lessons. First is the lesson of open heart, an open mind. Because God in Jesus Christ can be found and can be encountered in every person we meet, the stranger in the street, the child, anyone, a colleague, a friend, an enemy. Let us open our hearts. Let us open our mind. Second is this. In our time and context, God can be found where your heart is. Many times, indeed, maybe our heart is in many vices, some things that may not be coherent to the values and the things spoken by our faith. God there is a God that is being neglected. Maybe consider to take notice on Him. And so then if our heart is in something good, in our heart is in the virtue and in the good qualities, then that is a God being honored. Give Him more honor. Give Him more of yourself. And that is why, like the three kings, presenting to them what was precious for them, gold, frankincense, and myrrh, let us always be people who present to Him the best in us, who bring to the Lord God what is precious in us and from us. Let this be our celebration and our reflection for the Epiphany Sunday. God bless.